there, YouTube. It's motomattman. How's it going? Got our first snow vlog of the year. Now, I tried doing it a couple other times, but had technical difficulties. Actually, the idiot that's operating the GoPro hit the button to start recording, not realizing that it was already recording. So that's your technical difficulty. Operator error. Oh, and I just want to give a shout out to all of y'all that live in Florida and Arizona and California. Those of you that are in the southern hemisphere, I'm sorry. I hate to put out stuff like this sometimes and you guys have to see it, because I know how jealous you guys get. I mean, really, wouldn't you much rather be doing this than out riding your bike? I mean, I understand. You know, everybody can't be blessed with having to deal with this stuff. You know, and having all this fun of plowing the snow and all of those kind of things. You know, I mean, seriously, I'm real happy this is what I'm doing right now. Instead of being out on one of my bikes, it's much more fun than being out riding. I mean, come on. Who in the world would trade this beautiful gray sky and snow for warm sunshine? You know, I mean, so I understand, you know, and I feel for you, and I want to apologize for making you guys so jealous. You know, but if you want, I'd gladly trade places with you so you can experience it. You know, I don't want to keep all of this to myself. But in all seriousness, yep, life in the snow globe continues. Whoa. Yeah, but it's not that bad today. You know, we've only gotten a few inches. I mean, it'll shut the riding a bike for a few days, if the weather warms up. But anyway, like I said before, I tried doing Snowvlog on the tractor when we got the two big snows, but the one big snow, I just wasn't messing with it. The second one, the first one, it had the technical difficulties with, but the second one was just wanted to get it done and get it over with and get the snow out of there. Didn't even, to be honest, didn't even give a whole lot of thought to putting on the helmet and vlogging. The other thing is when it's coming down really fast, it can be difficult to wear the helmet and vlog. You know, because the face shield just getting absolutely covered up. And it can be a bit colder than doing it with, you know, with the proper warm attire on. So that's why I didn't do it the second go around. God almighty, and everybody's got to go up and down the road, and 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 up and down the road. But anyway, I mean, this one's not too bad. See, the blades spun around here so that we can push the snow out of the way. Which way do we go? Not that way. Gotta go this way. And for those of you that haven't seen the snow vlogs in the past, this is my 1954 Ford NAA tractor. For those of you that know a little bit about older tractors, it is the same tractor as a 1953 Ford Golden Jubilee. The difference is the emblem on the front of the tractor. And literally that is the only difference between a 54 NAA and a Golden Jubilee. A Golden Jubilee is actually an NAA, but Ford made a tractor to celebrate their 50th anniversary of motor vehicle production. And I know that's kind of goofy. You would have thought there'd have been some kind of special edition car, but Henry Ford wanted to make a tractor. And if my memory serves me properly, Henry Ford grew up on a farm. So, hence the reason for building tractors to begin with. And I would have to say that arguably Ford Motor Company has made the most popular tractor of all time in the 8N. Had a really long production run, was virtually unchanged from year to year. And the last year for the 8N was 1952, and I have one of those also. Main difference between this tractor and an 8N is the 8N was a flathead motor. It was really the same engine as used in the Model A, and this is a 4-cylinder overhead valve engine. This has more power than the Model A. It is larger, not considerably larger, but it is larger than not the Model A. This is larger than the 8N and the 9N and the 2N that came before them. But not considerably larger. But it has a live PTO, which the 8N, the 2N, and the 9N did not. And just for frame of reference, the numbers 8N, 2N, 9N was the 9N came out in 1939. The 2N came out in 1942. The 8N came out in 1948. So you kind of got the idea where it all comes from? That's where it comes from. The year. Let's go down here and clean this up just a touch more. Now there were subtle changes between those over the years. Things like the 9N had foot pegs, not footboards like this, like you think of on a tractor. It had foot pegs. That was one of the big differences. I can't tell you all the differences. They changed within the 8Ns. One of the changes was where the distributor was located. But not a lot of differences. As a matter of fact, most people looking at the 9N, the 2N, or the 8N can't tell the difference. I even have some people that think this is an 8N. This is, like I said, larger in a lot of ways. But anyway, it does the job. It would probably be easier to do it with a pickup truck with a blade on it, which I had when we first moved in. That'd at least be warmer. But it is what it is. And again, you know, don't be too jealous. Floridians and Arizonans, or however you call it, and Californians, you know, one day you might get lucky enough that you deal with this. I know that some of the people in Texas had to deal with some accumulated snow last week. I saw pictures of the softball fields at Texas A&M covered with snow. That was different. And my one cousin had put pictures on Facebook of her youngest daughter's first experience with snow, and I want to say she's like 4 years old, and it was her first experience with the snow. So she was outside in a coat and a dress and whatnot, trying to catch snowflakes on her tongue. And they live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They're in the Metroplex. They just recently moved, so I don't know what town they're in. I want to say they were in Arlington, but I don't know. They had lived at one point in time in Grand Prairie too, so I don't know where they are now currently. I know they got a swimming pool. Come on off there. They got a swimming pool, and a couple days after the snow, they were going swimming in their heated pool. I don't care if you got a heated pool or not here. You'd have to have it indoors in order to use the pool here. Anyway, I'll cut it off here and pull the tractor back into the crowded garage full of crap. But anyway, if you like what you saw, make sure you click that like and subscribe button and punch that bell so you get notifications whenever I upload any new content. And as always, if you're able to get on two wheels, make sure you keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down. Same thing as if you get out on your tractor to plow the driveway. Same thing. Make sure to keep the, I don't know what you would say, because mine's not real shiny right now. But make sure you keep it upright. We don't want the tractor falling over on anybody. That could be really, really dangerous. One of the seriously dangerous things about a tractor. And yeah, this is pretty cool. I got this right after Christmas. I asked for it for Christmas, and nobody got it for me. But you know, I keep my motorcycles on over there on the battery tenders. The battery tender doesn't make one for a 6-volt, and I found this thing at Walmart, and it's a 6-volt, and man, it works like a charm. I would imagine it would work on a 12-volt too, and it was only like 20 bucks. So anybody that's looking for a trickle charger, they don't have the same plug-in deal as you do with a battery tender, but if you're looking for something like for your lawn tractor or your tractor, 6 or 12 volt, because see, he got the little switch here to switch it from 6 to 12 volt, which is really cool. Especially if you live out someplace like me. I mean, all these old tractors are 6 volts, and it's hard to find even a battery charger for a 6 volt anymore. But anyway, again, if you're able to get out on two, make sure you keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down. And until next time, see ya!